Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of MarkRushton.com. It is Sunday, January 23, 2022, and this is Realtor Recon for Artists number 28. I realize it's been a long time since number 27, but I'm back. I'm back, right? This is $34,900 for a mold-filled church in Burnside, Iowa. Where is Burnside, Iowa? It is about 75 miles north east of Des Moines and about 20 miles south of Fort Dodge. It's an unincorporated community in Webster County with a population of about 63. And there's not much there except the area high school. And that's about it. And a Lutheran church and a repair shop next door with an old Corvette sitting in front of it. You'll see. So what is Realtor Recon for Artists? I'm Mark Rushton of MarkRushton.com. I'm a recording artist and a fine artist. Someday I'd like to have a studio workspace outside my house. It could be a separate home. It could be a rented or purchased commercial location. It could be an outbuilding or an acreage. Or it could be a small church, not like this. It'll be way in the future, though. It could be in a big town or small town. I'm currently in Iowa, so most of the properties I feature will be located in Iowa. I contend that artists such as musicians, painters, writers, etc., should not be living in expensive cities. If they can help it, they have a bit of income from their work, they should consider moving somewhere cheap in the sticks. I know it's becoming increasingly difficult to find these places, but they're out there. And owning property rather than renting will give you time to focus on your work and building your career. Using realty websites are a great way to do some advanced reconnaissance. And that's what I do here. I talk about these, I look at these different properties and I'm just like, what's good? What's bad? What would I like? What would I not like? Now, I featured in the last however long I've been doing a Realtor Recon, I've featured a bunch of small churches. And I like small churches. I like churches about this size. And most of them are about this price range here, 35 to 50 grand. But this thing's a basket case. This thing is a disaster. They'll be lucky to get $1 for it. You would have to spend so much labor of love inside in a hazmat suit, in a gas mask, and you would have to have a giant bonfire outside to burn all the stuff inside that needs to be. And even then, who knows if there's asbestos lurking, and I can just imagine, right? So let's just jump right into it here. Let's look at the property details in this listing. And of course, it's a unique opportunity. What was once a small community church, you will find on the inside a magnificent stained glass window and beautiful wood covered in mold, just waiting for the right person to come along and burn all their money with this gigantic, horrific money pit. Take on a project and turn it into a home, a hovel into a home. Call today for a show. You give me a little Tyvek suit with a respirator and a God knows what. You'll see. This is the right size, and everything else about it is absolutely wrong. As you can see here, and we'll go to the large pictures. There's been nothing has been trimmed for many years. It takes a while they've mowed around there, that's for sure, to a certain extent, but getting the weed whacker out, or getting the plier, the pruners, the chainsaw, that should have been done. Could use a little bit of paint, but don't we all, right? And the roof, the whole thing needs to be replaced. And stuff's overgrown. Well, we'll take a look at a picture of it during outside of winter. It's even worse. So yeah, look at that. That's been neglected for quite a few years. Quite a few. What would that be? Maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. At least. It's all a bit sad, isn't it? And so let's go into the inside. Oh yeah, Yeah, you see that right there. You see that moldiness and everything like that. That's just a fraction. Just wait, just wait. And all the carpet needs to be torn up and thrown in the dump or burned or something. This is a great size for recording studio, live recording, uh, large paintings, all that sort of stuff. It's a great space, except you would probably have to tear out most of these walls to a certain extent just because of all the damage, because of all the mold. And here's the thing about mold, you see a little bit there and it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. My wife and her siblings, their father died about a year and a half ago, and at the day after he died, the land hurricane, the derecho, came through Iowa and tore the roof off his condo, and it rained inside, and I think 95% of the interior of the of that condo had to be demoed. They had to vacuum out all the insulation. They had to tear everything down to the studs, and even then, they had to coat it with stuff, and then they had to build on that. It took a while, a lot of labor. So just because you see this doesn't mean that you'll see downstairs. Yeah, all this carpet's got to go. What a mess. Neat art, neat. What are those, arches or whatever they call it? The arcs, the McDowell arcs. I'm not quite sure. That's beautiful. That's about the only thing we're saving here. Just run into the ground, filthy. Yeah, up here on the left. Wow. Yeah, you won't just be tearing that section out. You'll be tearing everything. Everything will be down to the studs or whatever's back there, you know? It's probably plaster. You're gonna have to be tearing down plaster and lath and all that metal stuff, and not a job for the not a job for an old man like me. Get your hazmat suit and your air, and you have to have somebody come in and measure asbestos and stuff. Oh yeah, here we go downstairs. Look at that. Oh my God. So yeah, water has somehow gotten down here. It's probably, you'll see the roof, but it probably came in through there and then came down this way, or they had a little flood or something like that. All that stuff needs to just be ripped out and burned. Just have a big bonfire. We're burning the interior of the tree. We'll take it out slowly with the, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I guess they've lost the tiles, but all these other tiles have mold on them. And the electrical, I mean, look at that. It's all ancient. You're gonna have to rewire the whole thing, tear it down to the studs and beyond. What's probably growing in that drain down there? Ugh. I could just I know what the odor is like down there. It's beyond dusty. And here's part of the problem. You got this gutter that comes off here, and they didn't run it all the way down to the ground, and look what it did. It's flowing onto the wood and rotting the wood, which it happens, and then it probably seeping down into the basement. And you get all these. Look at these. All you had to do is cut them and put a little bit of that poisonous stuff on there that kills roots and things like that. All you had to do. Yeah, and the roof is just kind of a little wavy and everything like that. The meter's gone. But look at that. You get like giant trees growing right by that back door there. Maybe this thing has been abandoned longer than you think. I mean 20 years, 20, 25 years, maybe at least. Could be. And then that stack, the chimney there. Look how bows, and you could see, you that thing is going to have to just be knocked down. You couldn't get a what do they call that? Where they work on the mortar, tucking. You can't tuck that. Look at that. Look how that thing just like the leaning tower of all the stuff around the propane tank. Your stairs have fallen down. You got boards up. Yeah, I'd say 20, 25 years at least, probably. Maybe. I don't know. It's just the stuff over there. Just seems like that. And what's that? Is that the shed or is that the outhouse? Oh, yeah, you didn't see the bathrooms. You did not see the bathrooms in the church. You know there are bathrooms in the church, and you probably do not want to see them. Probably can't see them because the electricity isn't on. There's no meter, right? All right, so let's go take a look on the outside here. This is just sad. So this is what it looks like in the July 2021. So this was just like 6 months ago. Let's try to zone in on there. So yeah, that's what it looks like. All your trees and your greenery right there. Your little parking area. You got these these things, these junky, piney, coney thingies. So yeah, somebody's mowing the yard, but nothing else. Let's go down the road here a little bit, and you get this. What is this? Oh, your recycling center is located right in front of the right in front of the church. Jim's Recycling. What do you got next door? Repair shop. Got a repair shop there with a look at that Corvette. And then you got like what's that? The old Toyota, old Datsun. That thing's got stuff growing on it, lichens or whatever. Look at all this stuff over here. Tires, just tires galore. There's your neighbor. Let's go a little further down the road. You gotta love a bobcat. I would love to have a bobcat in the future, like a little skid loader of some kind. Look at just all this junk. Is that even a shop? Lawnmower just down into the ground. Oh, so sad. So sad. Is there anything in this town? Look at this over here. That looks like the old bank or something like that. This building appears to be empty. It's like a smaller version of the bank in Newhall that I profiled. It's a very small version of it. Maybe it's the old post office or something. Well, what's that up there? That little. I know I'm taking you on a big. I don't know what that is. Let's go back. Yeah, there's not much here. Not much here. Let's go down the road here a little bit. Boom. 3 clicks and you're almost out of town. Whew. That's for sale. That was for sale. Wonder how much that was. Anyway, let's get out of this one here and let's wrap this up. So, yeah, this is an extremely sad property. 34.9. They'll never get it. Nobody will ever buy this for 34.9. I can't imagine. You would have to be just clueless and on drugs, and I really want I really want that rundown, mold-filled church in Burnside. Says nobody ever. Yeah, maybe $100. It's still all the amount of work you'd have to do or contract. I mean, yeah, you're gonna get labor from like Fort Dodge or something like that, maybe Webster City, but whew, that's insane. This'll never sell. Well, it'll sell. It'll might sell eventually, but 34.9. I can't see it. I can't, especially with all that stuff around it. Anyway, that's it. That's it. I'm back doing Realtor Recons, and felt great. I get some other things out there that I'd like to ramble about every now and then. And so, anyway, that's it for today. See you back soon on hopefully number 29.